This video has been sponsored by Affler and Retainful.
So, hey Shopify fam, welcome back to the One Shopify podcast, your weekly dose of DTCT, digital hustle, and a strict no boosting zone. You all know what I mean. So, I'm your host Aashika. I would call myself as a Gen Z chaos coordinator, here to help you break those plateaus and actually build a brand that scales and doesn't just vibe in survival mode. Okay. So today's episode, it's for every single one of you who's ever said, one day I'm gonna hit seven figures with my store. Well, if that's if I say that day is way closer than you think. So because I've got someone in the studio today who's already done it. Yup. Joining me is none other than, or you probably know him as Marouane Rhafli. He's the guy behind seven-figure Shopify brands, creates some of the sharpest DTC content online, and delivers that no BS strategy you wish you'd found sooner. And he's a legend himself. And instead of me rattling off his accomplishment, I'll let him take it from the top, from Adam and Eve to Shopify. Here's his backstory in his own words. Welcome to the pod.
Yeah, thank you so much. Welcome, Aashika, and thanks for the invitation. And welcome to everyone who's watching us now. I hope they're gonna get values and they're gonna get some inspiration from my story.
Of course. So yeah, let us tell us about yourself, like what you do, what's your backstory, everything. We are just curious to know.
Yeah, okay. So to start, my name is Marouane Rhafli. I
Mhm.
live now in Morocco.
Mhm.
My journey in e-commerce, or for now, I'm the CEO of Scrowp.com, which is Shopify agency. I'm the
Mhm.
CEO of Marouanify.com, and I have some brands from here and
Mhm.
there. So my story began when I was a student in Laval University in Canada. I was
Mhm.
studying engineering mechanics in 2010.
Mhm.
Back in that time, because I was a foreign student,
Mhm.
the studies cost too much at that time. We were paying kind of $2,000 per month in 2010, where Canadians were paying about just $700 a year. At that time, my father had some financial issue and he couldn't send me the payment.
Mhm.
So I was stuck. I was broke in my room and I didn't know what to do.
Mhm.
So I had to have money as soon as possible. So what I did, I tried to find anything I can find in my student room and sell it. But I didn't want to go out because it's snowing, it was freezing cold. So at that time, I didn't know anything about online selling. So I tried to find the gadgets some here and there. I found a camcorder. It
Okay.
costs about $300 or $400. So
Mhm.
I tried to check online where I can sell this camcorder. And this is how I came across eBay.com. I created an account on eBay. I created an account on PayPal because PayPal at that time, it was held by eBay.
Mhm.
So I created PayPal account. I created an eBay account. I took a photo of the camcorder. I put it online. And about 10 minutes ago, it was sold.
Oh,
10
okay.
minutes. About 10 minutes later, it was sold. I
Oh.
said, oh, that's great.
Mhm.
Okay, it was sold. The guy paid me on PayPal. I transferred that to my bank account. In 2 days, I got $300. I was so happy. So I tried to put everything I can find on my student room and I made some money there. And I was studying at that time. I was studying. So I thought to myself, oh, that's great. You can put stuff online and you can make money just from your home. You don't need to go out. And this is how it started.
Mhm.
It started from here. From there, I was not a professional seller at that time, so
Mhm.
I just put some stuff here and there to be sold on eBay. But my real company started 2 years later, in about 2012, where I started importing product from China. At that time, there was no drop shipping, or it
Okay.
was not famous to me at least.
Okay.
So I found a supplier. I remember the name. It's called
So if
dhgate.com.
this was in 2010, that period, or
It was in about 2012.
okay. Okay.
Okay, so it was about 2012. I imported product from China.
Mhm.
The supplier called dhgate.com. So I
Okay.
started importing product from
Mhm.
China and I put it on sale on eBay.
Mhm.
After the times goes on, I became a top rated seller on eBay. And by the way, at that time, eBay was more famous than Amazon. Now Amazon is more famous. At that
Yeah.
time, eBay was performing better and was more famous than Amazon. I had an Amazon account, but Amazon was not doing good as eBay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is about the first thing I did,
Mm-hmm.
and it was working great until 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I was still studying because my studies finished in about 2014, 4 years in the university. And I
Cool.
was so happy because I was making tons of money. The first car I bought, it was a GMC Buick, cost
Oh,
$30,000.
cool.
And I was so happy. I go to the university with $30,000
Mm-hmm.
car. People were saying, "Oh my God, what are you doing, man?"
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah, this is how it first started there.
good, good.
This was the start.
Good. That's in quite inspiring story for college students probably. So yeah, so let's just quickly jump into the podcast. So first, let's talk about the step one, which is the product and the niche. So everyone online is like finding a winning product, but let's be real. What does that even mean anymore? Like, is it trending on TikTok or solving a legit problem, or just sitting in someone's garage waiting to be drop shipped? What actually makes a product worth scaling? Is it margins, demands, or how fast it can go viral? And once you find something that looks like a maybe, how do you even double down was more on?
Okay, so while talking about the product, what I was doing, I was following the trend. At that time, I was following the trends.
Mhm.
The product I was importing from dhgate.com was mainly about smartphone accessories. Smartphone at that time were in their beginning, 2012. Okay,
Mhm.
I remember I had my iPhone 5. So
Mhm.
what I was doing at that time, I was importing kind of what we call that, screen protectors, screen cases, and everything in regards to smartphones. So I was following the trend.
Mhm.
iPhone 5 is there. I import product in regard to iPhone 5,
Mhm.
then iPhone 6, then iPhone 7. But now, this is at that time. But now, what my suggestion or my advice to people are looking for a winning product, because finding a winning product is like winning in lottery. Your chance to find a winning product is very low. It's difficult.
Mhm.
You're gonna
Mhm.
need to spend a lot of time in your market research and etc.
Mhm.
But my advice to them, because I was a Shopify seller and I am in Shopify ecosystem. I have an agency. So I talk about my experience and the experience I got with my clients.
Mhm. Mhm.
The thing that you're gonna need to do when you find a product, whether it's winning or not, try to create a brand around this product.
Mhm.
Even if a product is even a simple product, or we can call a common product, even this bottle of water,
Mhm.
if you know how to market it, if you can create a brand around this bottle of water, you
Mhm.
can make money. It's not just about the product. But the ways to find winning product, you can go to TikTok. You're gonna find trending reels there, or go to YouTube, find trending short. You're gonna need to do probably a manual research about a winning product. For now, what's the latest iPhone? iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Yeah.
Try to find, for example, an accessory for iPhone 16 Pro Max,
Mhm.
an accessory which is flashy, and try to create a store about that. It's
Oh.
gonna work at 90%. It's gonna work, but don't stick to that. Try to create a brand around this product. I saw many mistakes people do. For example, they create a store about a winning product, but the domain name is not flashy, it's not branded. They say, for example, the best accessories for smartphones.com. This is not a
I've
brand.
seen so many websites with that thing. So many Shopify websites with little less UI, or the words are not proper, and the user experience itself, it looks like a scam store actually.
Exactly. Yeah, it looks like a scam. The best smartphones accessory.com. This is
Mm-hmm.
not a branded domain name. Try to put just one keyword. Once you find the winning product, put
Mm-hmm.
just one keyword. This is good for user experience, as you said. And it's also better for search engines because now Google prioritize domain names that are short than domain names that are long.
Yes.
So you have the benefit from the both sides.
Okay. So once I've known what product I have to sell, and what would you think the best way would be to promote the product? Is it like what channel should I focus on? TikTok or Instagram or whatsoever channel we have?
Yeah, each one has his different strategy for promotion, but I'm talking about my own experience. At that time, if I go back with the time, I used to use Google Ads. It was a little bit cheap uh,
Mhm,
compared to now.
mhm,
I had my a store where I was selling perfumes, original perfumes back in 2017. And this is the first store that I hit seven figures. This is the first store I hit seven figures. And
oh,
this is the store that made me switch to Shopify ecosystem. I'm going to tell you how and why.
mhm,
This store I was importing from a supplier. I remember the name. It was called fragrancex.com. It was
okay.
a supplier in the United States. I
Mhm,
used to do kind of drop shipping with him,
mhm,
and they send me the inventory. They have more than 10,000 products in
mhm,
that Shopify store.
mhm,
So when I put the product there in
mhm,
the Shopify store, I had an issue because I tried to install every app I can find. Now we're
okay.
talking about marketing.
Oh,
Every app I can find
okay.
to boost my sales. So I install this app, I remove this app, I install this app, didn't work, I install this app. But at one time, my store was very, very slow. The loading time of my store was very, very slow because I used to install, uninstall, install, uninstall.
Mhm. I understand.
So what I did, I tried to get some knowledge about marketing, how to
Mhm,
promote my Shopify store. And this is where I found SEO, search engine optimization,
mhm,
to put my store and to get organic traffic because they said that organic traffic is free because Google Ads sometimes the cost per click, I
mhm.
used to pay $30 per click because I was selling original perfumes.
Okay.
And I said to myself, "Oh, that's so expensive.
Yes.
I can no longer make profit of that. Sometimes it jumped to $30 per
Mhm,
click. I can no longer make money of that." So I tried to learn SEO, search engine optimization, and I start gaining some traffic, some free traffic. I tried to kind of spy in my competitors. One of my big competitors, they had a big forum counting some kind of millions of users,
mhm,
and I got this idea. Okay, I can also create a forum. So I create a forum about
mhm,
fragrances and perfumes, and I started getting some members, but I was not doing kind of sales speech. Okay, I create a forum. Hey, buy my perfume. No, I try to give knowledge. I try to create a community around my brand. So now I started to doing branding. So I started to make some sales, some real sales from this marketing strategy.
mhm,
SEO, and creating a community along with doing some paid ads. I try to find a way to reduce some paid ads. At that time, there was no influencers. Okay. Not like now on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. There are many of influencers.
mhm,
I can say the social media at that time was in their beginning.
mhm. Yeah.
So for everyone who want to create a successful online store, whether on Shopify or elsewhere,
Mhm,
try to focus on something that's in the long term, not in
mhm,
short term. In
mhm,
short term, it works just for gadgets or for some stuff that are just, we can say, ephemera, something that's gonna just make 2 or 3 months is gonna end.
mhm,
Now,
mhm,
there you can put your money in paid ads, but try always to create a brand around that. Try to invest in long term, create a community around your brand. You're
mhm,
selling, for example, massage chairs. Try to create a forum about massage chairs, the impact, what's the benefit, what's the downside.
mhm,
I have a pain in my back. Where
mhm.
this gonna be benefit for me or not? Try to create a community, and when you create a community, you can easily upsell to them. And this
Yes.
is this is also what big brands do.
Yes, of course. So when you said about the apps and all, I have a questions about that. I'll ask it in the later part. And I do have my friend. He has an t-shirt brand. He started his brand, built a website in Shopify, and did all the things without even knowing what is SEO, SEM. And there are even still certain store owners who doesn't even have an idea of how this will work. So what would you say for them to begin with? How do they begin their marketing game?
Okay, the marketing game in SEO. Uh, at that store, when I say perfumes luxury, it was called perfumesluxury.com. I sold this business. This is the first time I started investing in SEO. For the first, I went to Fiverr to find some freelancers there. So yeah, I started hiring some freelancers, but I thought to myself, this is so expensive for me. I'm
Mm,
trying to learn by myself. I'm trying to learn by myself SEO, and this is where I started to get in some courses,
mhm,
basically some free courses, and this is how I started learning how to do SEO.
mhm.
So for your friend who's got a t-shirt brand, uh, SEO is a difficult marketing strategy. It's working fine. Its performance, it's gonna convert better than paid
Mhm,
ads in long term.
mhm,
But there are some tricks that they can do themselves, like for example, speeding up Shopify store, compressing images, keywords, making short links, internal links, etc. Some kind of stuff they can do by themselves without
mhm.
knowing any background of coding. But some part they're gonna need to hire some expert to do it. SEO is very hard. It's very hard and it takes
Yes,
time.
it
It
keeps
takes
changing
few
also.
months. Yeah, it keeps changing. It keeps
You have
changing
to
also.
adopt. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and you need to be at the same time as Google updates. Each time Google make an update, you're gonna see uh, pick in Google Search Console in traffic is
Mhm,
either is gonna go up or go down. So you're gonna need to be updated
mhm,
with the Google trends and Google changes.
mhm, mhm. Okay. So, all right. So, let's say that you have found something hard, like a scroll stopping impulse buy hard. Now, the big question is, do you throw it into a general store to test the waters, or do you go full niche from one day? Like, are we talking deals now 24 bar 7 type of general store vibe, or straight up glow up skin co energy right out of the gate? How do you play it when you're betting on a product that feels like it could pop?
That's a very good question. General store
Mhm.
versus a niche store. My first general store, it was called vantutbrothers.com. It didn't work. And let me
Oh,
tell you why it didn't work because this people's gonna get inspired from this. Why it didn't work? A general store
mhm,
uh, needs a huge budget to rent, and it's difficult to rent.
mhm,
It's very difficult. I have a general store with every stuff you can find:
mhm,
electronic, fitness, beauty, every category. Some categories I had just one product or two. I said to myself, "Oh, this category I don't have a lot of product. I'm gonna put a lot of product in this category."
mhm,
But again, when we talk about the free marketing way, which is SEO, it's difficult for Google to notice or to know what your store is about.
mhm,
Because
mhm,
when you have a general store for Google, they can't know hey man, what are you selling? Are you selling smartphone
mhm,
gadget? Are you selling
mhm,
t-shirt? Is this a pet shop store?
mhm,
Your chance to rank in Google is gonna be lower when you have a niche store and you're gonna need a very big budget to run a general store. General store make more money than a niche store. This is the
okay,
advantage, but you're gonna need to focus on it. It's gonna take you a lot of time and a lot of investment. If you have a lot of money, a lot of time, and you have the budget to hire people to make very big marketing campaigns, go with the general store. If you don't, and if you can't, if you're just starting out, go with the niche store. Niche store is better. You're gonna focus on a simple category. You're gonna master it. You're gonna create community around it, and even on Google, it's gonna be better for you. So my advice to those guys: try to start with a niche store. Unless you want to find a winning product, I did this strategy before. You can create a general store, not for the purpose of scaling it, but
mhm.
just in the purpose of uh, catching the winning product. For
Oh,
example, this category, for example, the pet shop category is working fine, and this
mhm.
particular product is working fine. I'm going to create a one product store or a niche store about pet shop.
Like A/B testing we do.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so yeah. So let's say you've got your product, your store's looking fresh, and you're ready to hit the launch. But let's be real, this is the moment where most of the people either pop off or flop hard. So, in your world, what does a high converting launch strategy actually look like? Like, what are you going to do before launch or on the launch day and in those first few days after? Like, are we talking about the teasers, building hives, warming up a pixel data, or just full send with paid ads and vibes? Walk us through the playbook.
Yeah, so now you got everything. You got the product and you got everything. Now you're
Mhm,
ready to launch. You put your store live.
mhm,
Many people do this mistake. They want to do everything at one time. They
mm,
launch their store. They want to create paid ads on Facebook, on Google, on Bing. They want to hire influencer. They want to do SEO. They want to create some stuff here and there. So they got flooded with a lot of information. And
Ultimately, they'll
after,
forget their end goal. They'll have a lot of things on their plate and they'll forget what the main meal is.
yeah. At that time, you forget your main goal, and sometimes you're gonna be disappointed because you do too much things, and in a few weeks it didn't work. You said, "Oh, this store is not gonna work. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna create a new store." No, you're gonna need to do your marketing strategy. You're gonna say to yourself, "Listen, I'm gonna put all my energy on Facebook. I'm gonna increase my Facebook followers.
Mhm,
I'm gonna focus only on Facebook.
mhm,
This is my main goal. I'm gonna put that page. I'm gonna get 50,000 followers on this page. I'm gonna spend that amount of money per day on Facebook.
mhm,
And from there, you can scale. You
mhm,
focus on Facebook, Facebook, it works.
mhm,
Now you're gonna go to something else. For example, Instagram.
mhm,
Instagram has different strategy than Facebook.
mhm,
When you finish with Instagram, you can go somewhere else. For example,
mhm.
on Twitter. I saw many brands doing that on Twitter also.
Yeah. Yeah.
So trying to do everything at the same time, you will end up with doing nothing. This is my advice to them. In my case,
Mhm,
every brand I ran now, I focus only on SEO. Now I
mhm.
rarely ran paid ads. Now what I do,
Oh, okay. Okay.
when I create a brand, I focus
Mhm,
only on organic traffic and I create a community around this brand. I almost no longer ran any paid ads, just in what we call that, in business days and in holidays.
mhm,
Just in holidays when I run some paid ads, when I do some kind of promotion.
mhm,
Now
mhm,
my only strategy is
mhm,
SEO because I knew that paid ads is so expensive and my chance to make this brand successful is gonna be lower.
mhm, mhm. Okay. So, yeah, uh, I just thought of asking another thing. Oh, okay. So, uh, I feel like if you could just give the blueprint and bullet points, like next level, right? But let's be real for a second. What's the one thing newbies always mess up in the launch phase? Like the thing that silently kills conversion, burns ads out, or people rage quitting before week two. So give us the brutal truth. We are ready for it.
Yeah, okay, so the blueprint. Some marketing strategies I didn't used to do,
Mhm.
and you probably know better than me in this field, is affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
Since you have your Shopify app, Affler, now I think you know better than me. I discovered that many years ago, and it was working great for me.
Mhm.
So affiliate marketing is great. At that time, there was no Shopify apps in regard to affiliate marketing. So you're
Mhm.
gonna need to find an app. There's
Mhm.
no too many apps, but you're gonna need to do marketing yourself. Now, most of apps they do the marketing for you. They
Mhm.
put
Mhm.
your campaign into their website and you can start having some affiliates.
Mhm.
So yeah, affiliate marketing is one of the way to keep you motivated because once you get an email, you got a new affiliate sign up. You got excited. This affiliate is a blogger. Is gonna put
Mhm.
an article about your business or about your product into their blog. Now
Mhm.
you're gonna be excited and you're gonna have the motivation. You're gonna say to yourself, "Oh, this business is gonna work. If I
Mhm.
can stay 6 months or 12 months later, I'm
Mhm.
gonna have 200 to 300 affiliates. It's gonna work."
Mhm.
And then you're gonna have a sale from this affiliate and you're gonna pay them their commission. It's
Mhm.
gonna work.
Mhm.
I had Shopify themes business. It was called
Mhm.
Plak Theme
Okay.
LLC,
Okay.
plaktheme.com. I sold that business 3 years ago,
Mhm.
and the most
Mhm.
sales were coming from affiliates
Mhm.
because this
Mhm.
was a digital product and I was offering 50% commission to
Mhm.
those
Mhm.
people.
Mhm.
Because in digital product, while talking about that, we're going to talk about the profit margin
Mhm.
probably later.
Mhm.
In digital product, you're going to have a higher profit margin than the physical product. So I
Mhm.
was offering 50% commission to
Oh.
affiliates. It
Mhm.
was exciting because people can easily make $150 from
Yeah.
one sale
Mhm.
up to
Yeah.
$300. And I was making a lot of sales from affiliates.
Okay. Okay. So, what would be your tip for finding the right affiliates or right influences for someone starting right now?
Okay, how to find them? You can create a landing page on your website
Mhm.
describing your affiliate program,
Mhm.
defining the perks, the
Mhm.
advantages, and you're gonna also make guidelines, and you can also offer kind of bonuses and challenges. I used to do that.
Oh.
I told to my affiliates
Mhm.
the website was on WordPress, not on Shopify. So
Okay.
I used to send them all my affiliates. I used to send them an email. I
Mhm.
tell them, okay, listen, this month we have a challenge of $1,000.
Mhm.
The five top sellers who
Mhm.
drive the most sales gonna get $1,000 in a
Mhm.
bonus in their account.
Mhm.
And I used to do that, and it was working great because people, when you send them that, they're gonna do their marketing effort to drive more sales. They're gonna earn from their sales and they're gonna earn from the bonuses. So you're
Mhm.
gonna offer money to those affiliates, offer more money, offer challenges. You can also offer some kind of backlinks exchange.
Mhm.
And there are many things you can do. You can do your own way to find a trick that's
Mhm.
gonna drive people to sign up to your affiliate program. And also you can make a comparison. For example, your competitors are offering 20% commission. You're gonna offer 25% commission. And you're gonna also showcase your conversion rate. Because the problem in affiliate marketing, sometimes you do a promotion for a brand, but it's not converting. But you're gonna
Mhm.
say to
Mhm.
to them, my conversion rate is very high. It's
Mhm.
5% comparing to others where are just 2%.
Oh, oh, I get that. Okay. So let's go into the sexy part, scaling. So you have validated, you have got traction, people are buying, ads are clicking, vibes are vibing. But here's the tricky part. How do you pour fuel on the fire without accidentally burning your margins to the ground? So what does smart scaling would look like in your world? Is it more ad spend, better creatives, upsells, bundles, or not just panicking when ROI dips for a minute? Can you break it down for us?
Yeah, that's the sexy part, scaling. And this is how people can make their store go to 6 or 7 figures.
Mhm.
Now, about scaling,
Mhm.
paid ads. Now, for example, you have many campaigns ran on Facebook ads.
Mhm.
Now you're gonna filter by the ones that work the most. For
Mhm.
example, you have 10 campaigns,
Mhm.
three are working great. Now you're gonna disable the other ones. You're gonna
Mhm.
keep the three that working great. Now you're
Mhm.
gonna do a sub filter. For
Mhm.
example, this campaign, people in the UK bought the most our
Mhm.
product, but
Oh,
the less people that didn't buy the most are, for example, people, let's say from Italy. Now we're
mhm.
gonna remove Italy because when people are not really aligned with the product, etc., your cost per click gonna jump high. But when
Okay.
people, but when your Facebook ad campaign converts, your CPC gonna be lower. So now you're gonna reduce your expenses on Facebook ads and you're gonna increase the conversion rate. This is
Mhm.
one way to scale.
Mhm.
You can do the same thing on other paid ads like Google. And
Mhm.
while talking about Google, if you have a high ticket product, you're gonna run on Google ads. If you have a low ticket products, do
Mhm.
it, do it on Facebook ads. Now you're
Mhm.
gonna filter all your paid marketing campaigns, choose the ones that work the most, focus on them more, put in more budget,
Mhm.
and eliminate or reduce the ones that didn't work great. And try
Mhm.
to find other ways. Now you have the budget, try to find other ways to drive people to buy your product
Mhm.
or to do kind of partnership with influencers
Mhm.
or do even you can also think of something kind of offline
Oh,
marketing is also doing great.
oh.
Some gigs on newspaper, this
Mhm.
could also work.
Mhm.
So when you try to scale, it's
Mhm.
your customers and your data that you're
Mhm.
going to get from Google Analytics, Google
Mhm.
Console, from
Mhm.
Facebook Ads Pixel and Google, etc. This is how you gonna this is what's gonna let you scale
Mm.
your business to the next level. And always try to I always say that, try to build the community around your brand, because this is the word of mouth. This is one of the best marketing strategies. When people talk about your products and your business, this is a free marketing for you, and people can buy easily without hesitation.
Yeah. So the more the people trust us, the more the chances for us to, scale.
Exactly.
So it's like building a performance ecosystem. Yeah, I love that.
Exactly. Right.
Okay. So every successful founder has that, oh no, I just lost 10K overnight moment. It's basically like a rite of passage at this point. So, uh, do you got a war story you're willing to share? Like a campaign that's gone wrong, or a supplier ghosting, or a pixel meltdown? Anything that made you go, yep, this is how I died.
Yeah. Listen, every successful
Mhm,
entrepreneur or
mhm,
successful person
mhm,
has went through a dark side or through failure. You
mhm,
can never be successful if you haven't failed before.
mhm,
Just just yesterday,
mhm,
I got an email, kind of brand deals on my YouTube channel.
mhm,
But I have that trick. I found that a little bit not real.
mhm,
So I said, this may be a scammer.
mhm,
Okay. So
mhm,
he tried to give me to sign the contract,
mhm,
etc. But he sent me an .exe file. And I know that
mhm.
this was kind of scam. So
Okay.
I tried to analyze that and I found the Trojan in that. So this was
Mhm,
a scam. But how did I knew that?
mhm,
Because I have already been scammed before. So I get the knowledge.
mhm,
While talking about failure, I'm gonna give you a real example. The perfume store I
mhm,
talked about, I had a kind of failure and I had to resell it. Why?
mhm.
For a simple reason, because my credit card has expired. My credit card has
Okay.
expired. I had to resell this business. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. My supplier, which was fragrance.com,
Mhm,
fragrancex.com, I had kind of app that synchronize and updates the product automatically.
mhm,
And with the supplier, I was paying, I don't remember the amount very well, but I was paying kind of $25
mhm,
for this supplier per month to manage this app. My credit card has expired. I didn't notice that. The
mhm.
payment didn't went through.
Oh.
Didn't went through the
Mhm,
first time
mhm,
I went to my bank to exchange the card,
mhm,
but they're gonna give me a new card. It took about 10 to 15 days. But at
mhm,
that time, there was a second attempt to make the payment from the supplier. It didn't
mhm,
go through.
mhm.
So they stopped the app, and now my inventory was
Oh.
not updated, and I had some sales from
Mhm,
products that are out
mhm.
of stock. I had some
Oh.
products that are out of stock. And the most of products that are out of stock were sold, and I don't know they are out of stock. So I go to my supplier to buy the product to give it to my customers. The supplier said this product is out of store, out of stock.
Well.
I said to them, what's the solution to update my inventory, because I have more than 10,000 products. They
Mhm,
said there is no way to do that. I'm talking about 2017 and 2018.
mhm,
There is no way to do that. I have to remove all the listing and put the
mhm,
product again. So I'm gonna lose the reviews. I'm gonna lose everything just
mhm.
because my credit card has expired. I
Oh.
lost. I
That
almost lost this business.
that's
Another
really tragic.
another Yeah, another failure story. I remember that uh, this when I was in Canada, I was importing products from China.
Mhm,
I used to import what do you call that? Micro SD cards. At that time, it
mhm,
was
mhm,
kind of 32 gigabytes,
mhm,
but I didn't knew that those cards were fake. The supplier supposed to sell me 32 gigabytes
mhm,
SD cards,
mhm,
but those cards was in fact just 2 gigabytes. They have some kind of software in this card that they fake the memory size.
mhm,
But I
mhm,
didn't know that. I didn't know they were fake until I started getting some negative reviews and
mhm.
some people emailing me, hey man, this card is not 32 gigabytes. It's just 2 gigabytes. I use a software to test it.
Mhm,
And
mhm,
I checked and I talked to my supplier. When I asked my supplier about that, he blocked me. The supplier from China blocked me because I knew he was scamming me.
mhm,
So the store was closed because my PayPal was closed. I
mhm,
started to get in some complaints about the customers. So from there, I knew that when I wanted to sell or I
mhm,
want to import products in
mhm,
bulk, I'm gonna need to find a quality agent that I'm gonna pay to check the product, to check
mhm,
if the products are real, are genuine, are not fake. So
mhm,
those are two kind of failures
mhm.
I had in the past years.
Okay. Since we are talking about the supplier scammers, so what would you suggest for someone doing drop shipping to find the right supplier and the one who is legit actually? What
Yeah,
would you be your tips?
first thing to find a reliable supplier.
Mhm,
One advice I can give them, when you deal with a supplier, try to ask them for what we call that certificate of authenticity.
Oh,
Certificate of authenticity. This is a
oh,
certificate. Yeah, I got that from my previous supplier,
mhm,
Perfumes Luxury. Try to ask them for the certificate of authenticity if something goes wrong because your payment processor, because you're
mhm,
going to deal with PayPal, with Stripe, or with other payment methods, they may block sometimes when you make a lot of sales, when you have a huge peak, they're going to block your account for a verification or they're going to freeze it for a verification. For
uh,
example, I'm making $2,000 each month from
mhm,
this store. This is
mhm,
fine. But the next day I made $160,000. For sure, PayPal gonna block your account to verify your business and verify your product.
mhm,
Verifying your ID in your business is gonna be easy, but
mhm,
verifying your products is difficult because you're gonna need to ask your supplier for this
mhm,
certificate of authenticity to give it to PayPal. When
mhm,
you give it to PayPal, they're gonna say, "Oh, those products are original." They're gonna unblock your account. That's the first
mhm,
thing. This is in regard to some technical stuff.
mhm,
Other stuff is to check reviews online to check
mhm,
the supplier
mhm,
credibility.
mhm,
Check them on Facebook, on social media, on Google. Try to type it on Google. Is this
mhm,
supplier a scammer or legit? Is
mhm,
this supplier has been doing business years ago or is
mhm,
just a new supplier? If it's a
mhm,
new supplier, it's going to be difficult to trust him, even if he's reliable, because I have no proof that this supplier is reliable.
mhm, mhm.
And
Agree.
also try to have an interview with them, try to talk with them, try to
Mhm,
have a phone call with them, try to ask them because this is so important. This is your business. If the supplier is not legit, if he's
mhm,
selling you fake product,
mhm,
one day or another your business is going to end somehow.
mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay.
So do your own research
Uh,
basically.
okay. Okay. So yeah, so this is the kind of transparency people would love to hear, and we all doesn't want to, scale without. We all want to scale without scars, right? We'll just have a rapid fire time right now. So we'll just, I'll ask you a question, and I want a one line answer from you. Can we
Yeah,
start? Okay.
yeah.
What is your favorite ad testing method right now?
Sorry, the sound has cut now.
What is your favorite ad testing method right now?
My favorite ad testing right now,
Mhm.
I don't have a favorite ad testing right now, to be sure.
Okay.
What I said, what I do in my business, I pick a product. Okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
I try to use the analytics I got. This
Mhm.
product got 250 sales. I
Mhm.
pick this product and I try to put an ad about it.
Mhm.
Now I try to move in a video ad. It's convert better than images ad. I used to use images ad because I want to do everything fast. Oh, I'm gonna put
Mhm.
an ad by myself in that.
Mhm.
But now
Mhm.
what I do, I go to Fiverr, I buy a gig, $5 or $10 a gig, and I try to create an animated GIF or animated images or
Mhm.
even a short video about this product and I put to
Mhm.
run an ad about it because a
Mhm.
video ad converts better. This
Yes,
is the
yes.
strategy I do.
Mhm.
I try always now to focus my energy on videos.
Mhm.
People are more attracted to videos and shorts and reels than
Mhm.
images.
Mhm. Okay. So, what is the hashtag number one mistake a beginners dropshippers make?
The first big
Mhm.
mistake dropshippers do Because if you see the stats,
Mhm.
90% of dropshippers fail in the first year,
Mhm.
and the 10% left, a
Mhm.
big amount of them fail in the first 5 years.
Mhm.
So if you do the math, it's
Mhm.
about 99% of people fail in dropshipping.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
first big mistake people do, they think that this business model is a
Mhm.
rich, quick schema. They
Oh,
think
okay.
this gonna get rich quick the next day,
Mhm.
and they
Mhm.
think they can start it with $0, and they
Mhm.
think it's easy. So those are the
Mhm.
three big mistakes. This
Okay,
business
I get.
model,
Mhm.
it's true that business model you can get rich quick, faster
Mhm.
than the others, but it's not
Mhm.
the next day. You could wait some couple months, even some years before the business is
Mhm.
successful. And
Oh.
it also requires you to have some kind of budget. You're gonna need to have some budget. You can't
Mhm.
you can't literally start dropshipping with $0. This is impossible. This is
Oh.
impossible. Just the monthly fees of Shopify of the apps. Like for example,
Mhm.
if you want to increase their affiliate program with Affler, they're gonna pay a monthly fee. Monthly fee for
Mhm.
Shopify, domain name, paid ads, etc. You're gonna need to have some budget for that,
Mhm.
right?
But I've
So this is the
gone through
biggest mistake
certain
people
videos
do.
in YouTube telling that you can start your drop shipping with just $0, having nothing in your bank balance with no investment. There are so many videos out there. What's your thought?
Yeah, this is just like kind of clickbait, okay? People do the clickbait to drive views, etc. But when you ask people that are in drop shipping and in Shopify
Mhm.
ecosystem, this is literally impossible
Mhm.
unless you are a celebrity, you have already a background of big millions of followers. It's
Mhm.
doable. Like for
Mhm.
example, Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's talk about football. You
Yeah.
know, Cristiano Ronaldo,
Yeah.
when he created his YouTube channel, in less than
Mhm.
24 hours, he got millions of subscribers.
Yes.
So
Yes.
he didn't spend anything in it. Okay, the
Mm.
next day
Mhm.
he got millions, but because he is already a celebrity, he's
Mhm.
already got followers, he already got fans. Unless
Mhm.
you are a celebrity,
Mhm.
it just impossible. You can't. It's just impossible.
Okay. So yeah, we'll go to the next question. What's your average CAC you aim for?
Average CAC. Okay, CAC, customer acquisition cost.
Yes.
Customer acquisition cost is depend on the product. Okay.
Mhm.
For now, I have products which are physical. I'm doing
Mhm.
dropshipping. I have products which are digital.
Mhm.
Products that are digital, for now, I have Scrowp team on my
Mhm.
agency.
Mhm.
Uh, the license is $295.
Oh, okay.
So the CAC for this digital product is
Mhm.
close to 80%. Is close to
Oh, okay.
80%
Okay.
because a digital product, my profit margin is about 99%.
Okay.
And when I get a client, he's not gonna only buy the theme, he's gonna
Mhm.
also buy services, he's gonna buy consultation, he's gonna buy
Mhm.
something else. This
Mhm.
is digital
Mhm.
product.
Mhm.
And for products which are drop shipping, what I do,
Mhm.
I take the product, I have an Excel file or Excel
Mhm.
sheet, I
Mhm.
put all my expenses, the
Mhm.
monthly Shopify fees, the
Mhm.
paid apps, every steps, subscription, everything.
Mhm.
I also put a 5% return
Mhm.
rate.
Mhm.
5% return rate. People not happy with the products didn't match the description. So I put all my expenses in one
Mhm.
side and
Mhm.
all the product prices in one side, and I
Mhm.
try to find my approximate profit margin. If my
Oh.
profit margin is 30%, my
Mhm.
CAC is 20%. I always reduce about 10%. This is my own strategy. There is no
Oh.
studies about that, but this is my own strategy. This is what I do.
Okay.
Because when I acquire a new
Mhm.
customer, I
Mhm.
am sure that this customer is gonna buy again and they're gonna
Mhm.
do free marketing for me with their
Yes.
friends and families.
Word
This
of
is the
mouth
CAC for me.
marketing game. Okay. So moving to the next question. TikTok or Meta for new products? Which one would you suggest?
Oh, TikTok or Meta,
Mhm.
Meta, Facebook or Instagram. So for now, on my businesses, now
Mhm.
when you do your marketing, when
Mhm.
you try to invest your money in social media, it
Mhm.
could be TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, or any social media. You're gonna
Mhm.
need to do your market research about this social media.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who are the person subscribed to this social media? Because let's say, for
Oh,
example, Twitter. People
okay.
on Twitter are not the people on Facebook, are not the
Oh,
people on Instagram, are not the people on Reddit, are not the people on Quora.
mm.
People on TikTok, mainly those are teenagers, who are young people.
Okay.
Who are
Thank you,
teenagers
guys.
and young people doing kind of dancing stuff, etc. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have a product,
Mm-hmm.
where you're gonna target teenagers,
Mm-hmm.
because now people, teenagers, who are the stuff that buy the latest
Mm-hmm.
gadget, they buy the latest iPhone, the latest Samsung,
Mm-hmm.
the latest camera. You have that product, target TikTok. This is where your audience is. You're gonna need to
Mm-hmm.
follow where your audience is. On
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, if you have low ticket products on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, it average people between 30 to 40 years old. If you have a
Okay.
product where you are targeting 30, 40 years old, you're gonna need to go to Facebook.
Okay.
Same thing with Instagram. Same thing with Twitter. Twitter are people who talk about politics, about
Mm-hmm.
controversial stuff. If you have a product, a digital product about controversial stuff, try to
Mm-hmm.
put it on Twitter. It's not gonna work neither on Facebook nor on TikTok. You're gonna need to put your marketing effort
Mm-hmm.
where your audience is.
Oh, so basically, find the ICP of your product and define a particular channel that would work for you and market in that. If I'm not wrong, is
Exactly.
that?
Exactly.
Yes, I've seen some products. I've seen some persons talking in Shark Tank telling that they have scaled only with using TikTok as for building their brand. I've seen many doing that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, what's one Shopify app you swear by? Since you
One
told you
topic.
have experienced with multiple Shopify stores, what actually worked for you?
Okay, let me tell you my strategy. Once I create a Shopify store, the
Mm-hmm.
apps I can never get rid of, never,
Mm-hmm.
ever.
Mm-hmm.
When I create my Shopify store, the first
Mm-hmm.
app I install is a review app. I'm not gonna mention
Oh,
the
okay.
name. It's a review app.
Oh, okay.
That's the first app I install. A review app. I try
Mm-hmm.
to put all the codes, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I install an affiliate marketing. This
Mm-hmm.
is my strategy. Because as I said before, every entrepreneur has his own strategies. Some
Yes.
people they focus on social media, some people they focus on influencers, some
Mm-hmm.
people they focus on partnership. But
Mm-hmm.
my strategy, my own strategy is SEO and affiliate marketing. This is
Mm-hmm.
what's working for me, and this is
Mm-hmm.
what I'm focused on. So the app that I can never get rid of is affiliate marketing app. And you know better than me because you have an app
Yeah.
which is Appler.
Yes. So yes, guys. So if you have not known about Affler is a sponsor of this video, Affler and Return Full. So Affler is an app that eases your affiliate marketing thing. So you can make ease out of payments and all those things with Affler. You can create your programs and everything with Affler. So yeah, and so this was actually a goal, like frame it and hang it on your wall kind of goal. Last question before we wrap. What's the one piece of advice you'd give to someone sitting at a dollar 5K, say for a month, staring at a $100 K per month goal like it's an Everest? So, what's the mindset, what's the move, or the shift that actually gets them there?
Yeah, let's say for example you have a 5K and you want to start. When I first
Mhm.
started, I almost started with zero, but at that time it
Yeah.
was easier than now because it was about 15 years ago. It was easier than now.
Now the
Now five,
competition is high.
yeah, competition is very high. Now even $5,000 is a tight budget.
Mm-hmm.
What you gotta need to do, I'm not recommending starting with paid ads
Mm-hmm.
because $5,000 is not enough. You can easily lose this money in 2 weeks. And if it
Mm-hmm.
didn't work, you're gonna lose all your budget. So
Mm-hmm.
what are you gonna need to do? Focus on a long-term strategy with $5,000. Okay. Now you can start with a free Shopify theme. Now you're gonna reduce your expenses. Now you can't afford buying a premium Shopify theme. Once you create a Shopify store,
Mm-hmm.
do like me. Install a review app, install an affiliate marketing app.
Mhm.
Now, once you install that, use a free Shopify theme. Now you're gonna
Mhm.
have just $30 per month for
Mhm.
Shopify plan,
Mhm.
probably
Mhm.
some couple of dollars for marketing,
Mhm.
affiliate marketing app and review app.
Mhm.
Now we're gonna try to focus on long-term strategy.
Mhm.
Now try to do some kind of free stuff online.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
create stunning Facebook page, create a
Mhm.
stunning Instagram page, and create a TikTok and
Mhm.
try to learn some SEO. There are some lot of things about SEO you can do yourself without having any coding knowledge. Try to focus
Mhm.
on that and give yourself a time. Give
Mhm.
yourself at least 1 year. Okay,
Mhm.
because with
Mhm.
$5,000, I can tell you this is nothing compared to people who's gonna succeed.
Okay.
Try to focus on long term, build a trust with your customers, with your clients, and try to build the community. You can, for example,
Mhm.
go on reddit.com, create a subreddit about your business and products, and try to gather a community. You're
Okay.
gonna need to play it as a marathon, not as a sprint. Now I'm
Okay.
talking about $5,000 budget because if you have a higher budget than that, I'm gonna give you another advice. So yeah, try to find some free ways that's gonna increase the trust
Mhm.
into your customers and your prospect to drive new clients because
Mhm.
$5,000 you're going to be so tight in long term. And
Mhm.
one thing I can tell you, don't start with paid ads because your chance to lose this money is close to 90%.
Oh, okay. Just the last question. So, since we're all talking about community, building community forums, what is your tip on starting of building a community? What all the things that one person should keep in mind while creating a community, or how to create a community? What would be your two tips to start with?
Yeah, creating a community, I can say it's difficult in the beginning. When I
Mm-hmm.
had the first community I created around my business is when I had this perfume store because I want to be aligned with my competitor. My competitor had an online forum. He had a very big online forum. He
Oh.
had kind of millions of users. So what I did at that time, I installed a Shopify app, which is related to forums. I
Mm-hmm.
put it that I created a landing page and I started to kind of driving people to sign up to my forum.
Mm-hmm.
I go to Facebook, I post some Facebook posts about the need to go into my forum and the
Mm-hmm.
perks they're gonna get. Everyone who's gonna subscribe as a user on my forum is gonna get a discount of 15%. This
Mm-hmm.
is the way I try to drive people to my forum. They said,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I'm gonna sign up to the forum. I'm gonna get
Mm-hmm.
15% discount to buy a perfume." This is great. This is
Mm-hmm.
how I gathered my few 10 users. And after that,
Mm-hmm.
when I reached that 1,000 user on the forum,
Mm-hmm.
they're starting to talk with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So even the first time I used to post, because the forum is going to be empty, no one is going to join the forum. You have, for
Mm-hmm.
example, let's say a forum about medical health. You have
Mm-hmm.
a product about medical health.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to sign up to your forum where you have zero posts? In
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
your first 100 posts, you're gonna post this by yourself. So when
Mm-hmm.
people gonna join the forum, they're gonna see there are some users and there are some posts. But after that, people gonna talk to each other. People gonna ask questions, and some users they're gonna try to answer them. And if you
Mm-hmm.
have the budget, you can also do some kind of paid ads to drive people to your forum. And
Okay.
once they are in your forum, you can upsell to them your products or cross sell your product to them.
Okay. Good. So that's the kind of clarity that bangs. So for anyone who is listening, who wants more of your brain in their feed, the no fluff advice, the banger content, the unfiltered truth, where's the best place to connect with you?
The best place to connect with me, Google, search
Okay.
engine SEO. People can
Okay.
type my name, Marouane Rhafli, on Google. They're gonna find everything about me. I am present
Okay.
on Facebook, on Twitter, on Reddit, on
Okay.
everywhere, on YouTube, everywhere with my real name. This is my business name. This is my real
Okay.
name and my business name.
Oh, yeah, I saw your recent LinkedIn post where you posted Gemini describing you. That was cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was good because that was funny because I forgot about mathematics because I do some
Uh,
research in mathematics and Gemini
mhm.
said you are a researcher in mathematics.
Yeah,
That was really cool.
yeah. So yeah, and that's a wrap on the one Shopify podcast deep dive. So if you got value from this, smash that follow, share with a fellow DTC founder, and check out our next episode where we are talking about. Mhm. I'm not spilling the tea right now. So stay tuned. Until next time, keep scaling, keep testing, and keep showing up. Bye bye Shopify fam. Bye bye Maron. We just had a great
Thank you.
session with you. So thank you for coming. And catch us next week for another Shopify deep live. Yeah,
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
thank you.